Good morning YouTubers and welcome back to In My Shed. I'm BC. Today we've got a little job for Clive. He did a vertical drop test on his live centre and the carbide tip has a bit of a chip out of it. So I'll try and grind that out with this diamond wheel and then if necessary grind the tool body back with an aluminium oxide wheel. You can see the braze section, although with the copper of it looked like they used a bit of electrical wire as a spelter in there. And also the body isn't too hard. There's a bit of dent damage here which makes me suspicious that it's not really a hard shank. Now I'll rotate it around so you can see the chipped part coming into view. Now I've used this setup before on many tools and I find this chuck to run reasonably concentric inside this Clarkson head. I'll just back out a little bit. Yes, this chuck inside the Clarkson workhead seems to run reasonably concentric. And two surprises, the shaft of this live centre is 17mm. I've never heard anything made of 17mm. And what's even more strange, I had a bloody collet to suit. So two bits of surprises at the same time. Anyway, I'll turn this off for now, back the camera out so you can get a better look and see if we can't grind this live centre for Clive. Back so back again on the Clarkson. I've got the grinder running and I'm only taking a very light speed, about half a thou per pass, and I'm rotating the tool by hand. It seems to be taking the material off, but I don't want to up the ante and put too much speed in case I get it a bit hot. But I'll show you a bit of the action and then I'll cut the boring stuff out. You can see it is starting to take material off the centre. I'd say the damage is on its way out. And I've rounded up as far as the silver solder joint line. It's coming out a bit easier than I thought it would actually. It's only got a couple of hours to go, I would say. There's a fair chance this is going to come out okay. There we are. The damage point has almost disappeared. It definitely vibrates a lot more when you get to the mild steel and the bronze. Well, I would say that that's a success. Clive can have his centre back now, and it was only about 4.5 thou of metal to remove, so the flake was very skinny. It's not perfect, It's almost like a multifaceted grinder than just using a hand turn workhead, but I think that'll do quite well for the back end of his little Myford lathe. I'm quite happy with that job. Okay, all for now. Please like and subscribe. Just for some giggles, I brought out the little DTI, which is marked off in 1/100ths of a millimetre increment, and this is surprisingly concentric, considering that me turning it gives it about 1.5 to 2/10. I would say, and you can see that as I move it side to side, that's the slop in the spindle. I'd say we've got about 3/100ths of a millimetre run out, if that, and I think for a reground live centre in a setup like this, that's quite acceptable. Bye for now.